Well, here I am at the Williamson Valley Connector on a about 4 o'clock on a Friday. I'd like you to see all the cars coming from that direction down this way, and look at all of the cars coming from this direction. Isn't that incredible? What a great way to spend $9 million. Way to go, Yavapai County. I originally thought it was part of Obama's stimulus program. I bet you we'll stand out here. Oh my God, there's 2 cars. 2 lanes wouldn't be enough. We need 5 lanes. 5 lanes! Let's spend some more money. Do you wonder why our country got into this predicament? Uh-oh. Well, there went 4 cars. Do you see any more, Jerry?
No.
We'll have to wait a little bit. But if you look at how they scraped this used to be 2 lanes. So if you can get an idea of how compact this was, so what they had to do was build the road up and then cut into the, oh my gosh, we got a traffic jam now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars in the last couple minutes. Oh my God. This is incredible. I might get hit. I think they should have made this 8 lanes, don't you think? Anyway, after the rains, this was very, very widely gouged. Very, very. What was interesting was that they put hydroseed over it before the water started eroding the area down. Well, you can see the blade marks there. What it looks like is they tried to cover something up or engineer something. I seen somebody out here doing something. But this is where all the hydroseed was, right in here. And as you can see, it's all gone because it's in my backyard. I hope they put some more in. I really would like to start a part-time business. I need the money. Now, this used to be about 3 feet more deep. And this is kind of like my backyard now. So when the rains come, see up here? When the rains come down, it all fills up and it comes flooding Williamson Valley. Pretty amazing. Now I'll show you the really nasty stuff. This is totally unbelievable. What they should have done is put a rock wall in here like they did down there near their friends' houses, where their friends have to pull in, and it's actually stone where they cut into it, so they didn't really need to put a decorative wall up or a retaining wall, but they did anyway. And I won't name the people that benefited from that, because I wasn't one of them. Here, you can see that what's left of the hydroseed, right here, see that? But it's all washed down, and it all filled up. Now, if an engineer would have had half of a brain, wouldn't they have done this to that? All the way up, a retaining wall, backed up with, see, they know, with something like this, so the ground would have stayed in place rather than washing down into Southview subdivision and the other subdivisions over here. This is where it really gets interesting. This is dirt. Oh, I could get arrested for that. Probably could. Now, they should have put concrete culverts in here. Even me, with my limited amount of knowledge, after 1 or 2 rains, look at that culvert. I wonder how big that is. Kind of looks like my house. So what's going to happen when a 5-year rain comes, or a 1-year rain, and little Mr. Culvert is suffocated? The water's going to build up like it did, and it's going to go over the road, undermining all of this substandard construction that they did on this road so they could get done 3 months early. Actually, 2 months early. You know, they've been done for 2 months, but see these nice little orange and white things, they've been there for over 2 months, forcing people to drive 25 miles an hour, which is 10 miles an hour under what the speed limit was when the road was only 2 lanes. And this was a scenic, historic road. It was designated. And they destroyed it. Now you can see, since we've been out here, maybe 50 cars have gone by. Is this the biggest waste of money, endangering the people of Yavapai County, specifically in the Southview subdivision? Right there. I want you to just really focus on this. I don't know how big this culvert is wide because it's mostly covered up. Might be 36 inches. But you think do you think if a big rain would come that it could handle, this could handle a big amount of water? Pretty amazing. We have engineers at Yavapai County and this is what they approved. I know it's Fan Construction, and I know Karen Fan, I believe, is the mayor in Chino Valley, and they have a lot of local connections, but isn't it time we stop endangering the citizens of this area and really deal with this mess before it becomes a major catastrophe? That's all I'm asking. Now, come on down here. As you can see here, Jerry, the water is already eroded that area. Follow me. Now this was originally about another 4 feet down. And you can see here that there's not enough room there for a skunk, let alone a couple inches of rain. And it's evident they've already had to dig it out by looking at this right here, because this was all in here. So they had to dig it out. Maybe that's a way of stimulating the economy and providing jobs, because this project is going to need ongoing maintenance until I get maybe 65 or 70, unless they decide to do the right thing and fix it. But all of these houses down here in the low-lying areas, oh, big traffic jam just went by, are in danger of flooding. Now, I know of at least a half a dozen other people that have had flooding issues along Williamson Valley since this project has taken place, and it's only half done. So I'd like the guy that's in charge of this to give me a call at my cell phone number so we can discuss this, unless public servants don't call the people that pay them anymore. Here's my number, 928-533-6407. I've called many times, and all I've been told to do is to go file a claim at the county. I've got 6 months to file the claim. I don't have 6 days. If a rain comes down, thank God it's a brilliant day here in Prescott. The sun's out, it's October, it is the dry season, so hopefully nothing will happen between now and then. The monsoons are over, maybe that's what they're banking on, that they've got some time to go on vacation, maybe hug the kids, not worry about this little petty annoyance here, because they probably already cashed in their money. But let me ask you, Mr. Fan or Mr. Yavapai or whoever you are, do you have insurance? Because I don't know if most people know it, you don't have flood insurance in this city, or this state, or this county. Call your insurance man. They'll tell you the flood insurance is provided by FEMA if you live in a floodplain. This isn't a floodplain, and my house was not in a floodplain. One of the things I'd like to point out is this is the city of Prescott here. And I think the City of Prescott Engineering Department does a pretty darn good job with all the subdivisions that have came up and cropped up in the last 10-15 years, with Southview being one of them. Southview's a fantastic place to live. It's a fantastic place to raise your kids, and Prescott's really a great town to live too. It's not the city I have the problem with. Let me show you why. If you take a look of this engineering, this piece of engineering that the City of Prescott did in our subdivision, you can see 3 culverts, basically at least 300% more ability to take drainage. If you remember the culverts that I showed you out on the highway, or on the interstate, the Williamson Valley Interstate, 5 lanes, you've seen a culvert that was maybe half the size of one of those. It's completely filled up with debris after one rain. This actually handled everything pretty well because this water came up from up there. This was not water from my house. My house actually diverted over there. But I'd like to close with this thought. You know, our economy's really been brutal to a lot of people here in Prescott. And there's, honestly, many of my friends have lost their houses. Houses like houses that I'm living in. They've lost their job, they've lost their business, they've lost their livelihood. But I don't think anybody should have to lose their home over misengineering done by a public entity. And the public entity will not even contact me or give me the time of day. It's just not right, folks, how the government and these agencies are treating us American people. And it's time to band up and time to stand together for what's right in America, whether it's in your backyard, whether it's in your city, whether it's in your county, whether it's in your state, or whether it's in your country. America is changing. And I'd like to see it change for the better. But unless you do something to make it better, it won't happen. Thanks for watching the video. Please, help me do something. My name's Greg. My phone number is 928-533-6407. And if you've had any problems or know of anybody that has had problems with this Williamson Valley Connector Road, the Williamson Valley 5 lanes as it's better known, I call it the Williamson Valley Disaster. Call me.